We're just letting the sun go down a little more. It's hard to get good visual. The sun is glaring, and then there's windows everywhere. So I'll be right there. Hey, getting my cup of coffee here. Everybody, welcome. If there's anybody there, I can't see yet. All right. Okay. Here I go. Here we are. I'd be here anyway, but I'm glad there's two of you there. And thank you for coming over. I'm just going to sit here. I've been refining some of my packing, and I just thought I'd do it live because sometimes people have questions. I've been doing a lot of, if you've been watching, hey, thanks for coming, you guys. If you've been watching a lot of my, it's been a lot of homeless stuff and kind of darker, a little bit darker. And, and I'm kind of going back into also some of my just tips and stuff. And, again, I'm talking about my Roam, but because I'm using it right now to talk to you guys using the Roam. And it seems like it's a good connection. It always is. It's just, like I've been reading reviews and people talk about it and they go, oh, yeah, that thing sucks. I don't know, man. I've taken it all over the place. You can use it anywhere in the world, just about. I've used it in the mountains, in the desert, and up in trees and in bushes and under houses and stuff. Hey, Jeffrey Young, man, how are you? Good to see you. Where are you at right now? Let me show everybody this. Excuse my lungs back down here in the smog, amongst other things. And Jeffrey Young, right on, man. Yeah, this is kind of another detour off the main path. I didn't announce this till about a couple hours ago. I'm very spontaneous, and people like to, make notice. I try to do that sometimes with these, but I kind of find that, like, check it out. There's two people here, and I did a live the other night. I announced it the day before and everything, and there was like 5 people there. But I think that I do them on weird times. It was like Saturday evening. Who the hell's going to watch me on a Saturday night? You hopefully got something better to do. But if not, I like being here. This is fun for me. Sometimes I'll say, well, I don't have a life, but, I kind of do. And I like doing this. This is like I've been saying in the whole thing, if you've been watching, and thanks for putting up with me here, Jeffrey. If you have any questions, let me know. I just pretty much ramble the way I want to go, and people follow and they fall off and they come. And, I'm not for everybody, that's for sure. And I started I said I wasn't going to do membership thing because that can, now that I'm monetized, I can have members. But I noticed kind of and you can do it real cheap. And I don't want you guys to do that because right here you're talking to me. This is like a membership. But I'm going to make my lives part of the membership after I'm done. I'm not going to just make them public. And reason being is I go a little deeper in these, and they're kind of sometimes, maybe not where some people want to go. And that's another thing. I'll be making some videos for that. A lot of it about South America and some of my experiences that I've had that aren't going to be for like the mainstream channel, really. I get cyclists and then, just campers, people that like mystery stories, campfire type stories, stuff. And they don't want to hear a lot of my really intense, like how I got to be so like where I am living on a bike just about. And as you can see right now, I'm in a nice safe spot with a fence around me, a little shed or whatever. But, it's not always like that. So this is a great time for me to make videos. And also when I'm out doing stuff, I'll make videos a lot. And I'm in resting mode for a few days and maybe even a week or so. All right. So I don't know who's watching tonight, but I know if you're still there, Jeffrey, I don't know where you're at, what part of the world, but right now I'm in Southern California, really close to the border of Mexico. Can almost throw a rock over there, but I don't have that good of an arm. But yeah, it's not far. I will say I'm in the land of the better food, if you like that kind of food, Latin America. But yeah, so just going through my stuff. I don't know. I've been talking a lot about that Rome. It's pretty cool. It's been hot down here, and I've been hauling this thing around with me, and I said I'm never going to use this thing. It's just like it's a mesh kind of hoodie zip up thing, and man, I've been glad. Now, not really so much for the heat, but the mosquitoes and the bugs. So I've just been using this tonight. It's not bad, but I was using this quite often. I got to move my position around here. This ain't working. It's a little better. There's some lighting issues going on here. Bear with me, everybody. Sometimes so I'm dealing with windows behind here that are flashing light over here. So anyway, no biggie. Let's just reposition ourselves. Kind of the cool thing about live, and I don't always just wing it like this. I'll talk more, but I can just kind of move around, do whatever the hell I want to do. And that is the way it always ought to be. Never, I don't like too much structure, just enough. Anyway, pretty cool. See, now you kind of see that thing? It's pretty badass, actually. For the bugs. In the heat, I don't think there's anything. For me, nothing works except getting the shade and wearing stuff cool. And, hey, I was just there, Jeffrey. Haven't we talked before about up there? I'm not sure if we've talked. Your name's definitely familiar, and I think we talked about the Northwest. I just left. I've been back for just a couple days. I was up near Bellingham, Mount Baker. Let's see, Burlington, Orcas Island, Anacortes, all those places. And I love it up there, but I was just getting a little too damp. I spent a lot of winters in Alaska in the dark, so I'm kind of done with. As soon as those leaves start to fall and stuff like that, and then I see the geese going. Man, I am out of there. But I sure love it, and I had a great time, and I got to visit some. Well, my one of my best old friends from Alaska who lives there now, and yeah. But this little thing here for the heat, I'm back down here heating bugs. The heat, it just sticks to you, you know. So it's, I bought it for the heat, but now I use it for the bugs. It's pretty cool. And up there, man, where I was, Jeffrey, let's see, I was camping up in, obviously it's all trees there, but where I was, there's just tons of bugs and little and big ass spiders. So I had this on a lot. This was actually my best friend up there, and it's been hot up there, huh? Man, I was hot up there. I was hot. Okay, here I was just telling somebody I was I felt warmer there than I do here now, just because of the humidity when it was hot there. When it was like 80 up there, it felt to me like 90 because of that humidity. And I like that very much. But yeah, as I get older, I definitely don't like it when it starts to get colder. And I'm still a climber. I mean, I'm still going into the big mountains. But see, for me, it's a different mindset. When I know I'm going climbing into the big mountains where it's going to be cold and glaciated and everything, my whole mindset has to change, and it's because I know it's temporary or it's forever, one or the other. So, all right, a couple things. It's starting to get cold up there. Maybe are you riding your bike up? What do you do, Jeffrey? Up there, do you ride much, or is just uh I got a couple things for this colder weather time coming up, and somebody gave me this, but kind of switched up because I'm wearing chacos all the time. I don't wear shoes. I never wear shoes. I can safely say now I just hardly I wear shoes when I'm working construction, but when I'm bicycling, I don't wear shoes. And my feet actually get more wet, cold, soggy like that. I wear chacos and I wear these neoprene dry socks with my chacos, and that's the way to go. And most of the time, I won't even wear these unless it's just cold. If it's cold, I'll wear smart wool socks. But if it's really bad, and also if I got to do some river crossings, and like in Alaska and anywhere where there's lots of water river crossings, I will use these things. And I've had more than one pair in my life. I was a river guide. I'd use them on the river too. So, and then, but I'm not a river guide anymore, and I'm not climbing as much. So I'm kind of like changing up all my gear, and it's the gloves, kind of change. The footwear always, of course, the footwear changes. But things like this, this crosses over into the climbing world, and that's my balaclava. That's that's something that I will take on a climbing trip, and like one pair of these. I wouldn't take these. These are more just for my bike, my cycling, and I have a pair just for cool weather, and then I have a pair that are like the dry sock. They're for wet weather, dry gloves, dry glove material. And I love this hat. It's one of my favorite hats. I just hit this company up, and actually a few companies since I got monetized, and I have a high view count. I thought, what the heck, I can put some stuff on here. I'll talk about it, right? And so anyway, this company here, I'm not going to say much about them until they send me something for free. But I like this hat because it's almost reversible, except for I don't know how to put it on. So yeah, I like this. I don't like hats like this. I'm not a hat guy. You see these guys wearing like these all the time, red pill hat. Okay. But I just, if I'm going to be, it's going to be cold weather, I want something that fits nice also with the helmet on. Yeah, I wear a helmet. Some people don't like helmets. I wear them just because I know what it's like to crash. And I know what it's like to crash more than one time. So, hey, cool. Nice. Let's see. Looking forward to more. All right, man. Thanks, Jeffrey. Tied your own shoe today? That's something a lot of people don't do. Yeah, I don't tie shoes very much. Actually, I just did a job project. I was tying shoes a little bit. I was cutting a lot of lumber and with that falling on my Choco feet. Hey, I tied my own shoes right on. Hey, cool, nice hat jacket. Far out later, dude. And right on. Well, there goes Jeffrey. Hey, it's a busy night here on Uncle D's super psychedelic Tectonic Traveler. The other thing was I was gonna. Guess I didn't bring them. Let's see what we got in here. I like these little bags. Hey, everybody who's just showed up. Kind of an what do you want to call this? Just a last minute decision to do this little live here. I was going through some of my gear, and looks like you. All right, looks like I'm alone again. All right. Anyway, I should just keep rolling on this gear. Another thing is kind of cool. I started doing on this trip. I had access to shower, a kitchen, all that kind of stuff. When I do these projects, way ahead of time, I ask, what are the, what are the facilities like, accommodations? And usually when I go, I don't camp. This time I camped, and only because I was offered a place to stay, but it just didn't feel right to me, and it was a little bit moldy up there in the Northwest, and kind of, I don't know, mildew. But there was a hot shower, there was a little kitchen, which I never used except for the refrigerator. And so that's how I operate a lot of times. I don't mind camping out, and as long as I have a place to keep clean. But a lot of times, the last time we did this project up there, they gave us complete accommodations, and then I'm always fed. And that's how I roll. Only because it's just not worth it if I don't do it that way. You don't want to struggle if you're doing construction or leading a project. Last thing I want to do is think about, how I'm going to eat or sleep, because I'm putting all my effort into that project. So those are my carpentry and a lot of my Airbnb facade projects that I build for a couple of different companies and a couple of private people. But that's what I do, and I go around, and I'm just in different places. So right now, I'm kind of in the middle of just getting ready for another trip. Almost every trip involves a bike trip in between. This trip, I flew up there and flew back, and I wish I would have taken the bike, but I just didn't have time. And so I ended up just kind of going on my own. And hey, everybody, welcome. I'm getting eaten by mosquitoes out here, man. I might have to take a little safety break here because I'm doing so much talking that, and there's so many people here. You all might want to take a break yourself. All right. Some of the special little items that I was going through. Yeah. Hey, well, one thing that I got a comment about was I had made a video and somebody was talking about. I had made a comment about empathy. When I'm out traveling, a lot of people just now. Has it changed? Has there been any change in that? And I definitely know there has been. And like I said before, I leave a lot, and so when I leave and I come back, yeah, I can see the changes. They're profound that way. Hey, all one of you there. I'm still talking just because because I can. Coffee with Uncle D here at Tectonic. Da, 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 da. Well, hey, all right. Let's just pack this up since we've talked. We have gone through our gear here, and I don't think I should learn how to do these lives. I don't have to do things twice. I think that's not a good idea. Definitely get some dry socks. Key, river crossings, all that kind of stuff. And even back when I was a river guide, I would use these all the time. Up in Alaska, it's cold water, it's glacial fed, so those are any kind of stuff like that, I was using. It crosses over into bicycling now for me. All that experience on the river, and then also on the glaciers and stuff like that. So, all right. Da, 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 dee, 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 dee. Let's get a better shot of the bike here. Couple of little safety items I'm going to go over when I get right back. I'm going to be right back. A couple of safety items. Hey, let's see here. What's this? Start a poll. Hey, I'm going to play around with this since it's kind of new to me. And what do we got here? Okay, all righty. Hey, okay. Yeah, a couple of safety tips. As soon as somebody pops back on here. One thing I don't have here with me is the camera. I think I'll go get it right now. Okay. Okay, I'm back. I'll go over a few. Hey, it's looking better there, isn't it? Okay, we're going to go over a few safety tips again. Back in the saddle, the lighting's a little bit better here. And there we go. That's better. So a few things. Since I wonder if I should start this over. Nah. We're going to take this off. This is a couple of safety tips. Here, I think I'm going to go off. End stream. End. Okay.